It is midnight. I understand. I guess English speaking ones is like, dude, I love Twice, but I gotta go to bed. I work tomorrow. I don't. Because I took off. Not for this. My gosh, no. I'm not that desperate of a person. Hi, friends. How are you? So, I don't know how to start this video. For those of you who I'm trying to be really quiet because it's midnight and 30 seconds. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, hello, my name is Brianna. Welcome to Bean Sprout Reactions. This is actually my second YouTube channel because my first one, Brianna C Reacts, was taken down after receiving 3 copyright strikes from Warner Brothers in the span of 24 hours. So that's why this channel has a lot of videos on it if you end up looking through the channel, but very little subscribers. Kind of restarting. So part of, I don't know why I'm crossing my arms. So part of what I love to do on this channel is music reactions, anime, stuff like that. Had to take a little bit of a break, or a long break actually, due to priorities and family and so on and so forth. So that's the admin stuff. The other stuff is last year, kind of actually late 2021, but really early 2022, probably throughout the year, I started becoming a K-pop fan thanks to my sister. She left CD 2 of Mamamoo the Best in my car, which is now gone because I got into a car accident. Not the CD, the car. And kind of started on this sort of journey. And fans of Mamamoo, the Moo-Moos, posted videos, and then I became fans of Mamamoo, and then I became fans of Red Velvet and a little bit of ITZY, and eventually it led me to Twice, and so I've become a big fan of Twice. Definitely my room. It's funny, during middle school, didn't do the posters or anything, wasn't really interested in music like that. I had a lot of CDs though. But my room is covered in posters. So it's very much tell me you're single without telling me you're single kind of thing. But I ended up, like I said, was a big fan of Mamamoo, first love, ended up falling in love with Red Velvet. And when it comes to Twice, it's only a matter of time. Once you hit one clip, you kind of hit more, and it started with a clip of Diane. Actually, I didn't realize at the time, behind the scenes clip of her and Chaeyoung singing together when she was Kim Star, and it kind of snowballed from there. Now I know all their names and almost know all their birthdays, though a few, except for the ones that haven't come yet. A few of them that I don't know. And when I listen to the songs, I can usually know who's singing. So yeah, it's kind of gone from there. My first official comeback was obviously Talk That Talk, voted in and everything, so definitely went from like never listening to K-pop to becoming a fan, not of the genre in general. I have certain artists I like, but it's actually not so outside of my wheelhouse. I have a very eclectic taste in music. It's funny because earlier today, before I went to work, I recorded a reaction to Shine Down, Dead Don't Die, which is rock. So that reaction and this one will be coming out on Monday. So it's kind of funny. So right now it's 12:03 in the morning. Moonlight Sunrise has dropped. We're gonna have to see what kind of song we're getting. Just from the teasers, it feels like it's a little spicy, like a little shot clock spicy. So I don't know if we're getting like cinnamon, nutmeg spicy, or we're getting cayenne pepper paprika kind of spicy in terms of songs. If spicy at all, though I think it's a little spicy. It's their second English single. Obviously not their first English song. I think if I'm learning my Twice music history correct, excluding the Jackson 5 cover, I think their first English song, like full English song, was on one of their Japanese albums. Was it on Bulldozer, like the first one? I can't remember. But I was like, oh, this is all in English. I ended up listening to it on accident one time. So they've had other English songs, but The Feels was their first English single. This is their second one. I'm really excited because Chewie was kind of showcased in the trailer. Her vocal growth, as someone who's like really taking a lot of their music, her vocal growth, her voice is one of my favorite voices. Her vocal growth has been really cool to see. She had so many lines to Talk That Talk. Her growth has been so much fun. She has such a chameleon voice. Sometimes you might mistake her voice for Sana or Junghyun the most, But funny enough, usually those members they tend to sing kind of after her. So like, is that Sana? No, wait, no, that's Sana. That was Chewy. So I'm kind of excited to kind of what this music video is gonna be like. So that's really all I've got to say. In terms of how I do music video reactions, let me move my glasses. In terms of how I do music video reactions, I'm gonna approach this like all the others. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna pause where I need to pause in order to like not talk over something or miss something. And then usually by the end of that reaction, I in between the reaction and the review of the video, I tend to rewatch it, take notes if need be, over and over again. I also realize I have a very straightforward kind of way of editing, so I'm gonna try to be a bit more creative, especially with K-pop stuff. Without further ado, let's dive in. Oh my gosh, for a second I was just like, hopefully my I untangled my in-ears. I was like, where the frick is the music video? It wasn't even like number one. It was like the teasers and then that. So I'm gonna put my in-ears in. Actually, I ended up buying, these are like cheap in-ears that I bought after hearing an anime YouTuber. He was doing a live stream and he was talking to some people about tech and stuff like that and mentioned these in-ears, and actually I really like them a lot. They're on the cheaper end. I've worn in-ears before, but they've been the more expensive, like $99 ones, which is at the time, I mean that is expensive, but at the time for me was really expensive. These are like on the cheaper 30 some odd ends, but they work really well. Let me take the iPhone adapter out of there. I'm so excited. It looks so good. This is not my first K-pop reaction, by the way. I did it with my sister. I guess I should share links of it. My first K-pop reaction was a two-parter of Mamamoo's Killing Voice performances. 6 minutes ago. Already has 303,000 views, and 6 months ago. Guys, this is so excited. Y'all see that funny clip about the butterflies? They're like, hey, it's Momo from, TT. Why does that say, so today's the 20th, but it says 2023 January 5th. Is that when they recorded this? It's a little quiet, actually. Oh, it starts so nice. I'm really excited about that. Oh, no, pause. We are not doing, we will do those later, but we are not doing, what's the word? Closed caption. That was just annoying. I guarantee I gotcha. I've been craving for your love. Can't see nobody but us. So I see it from across the room. Make my way over to you. I'm tripping over butterflies. Oh yeah, baby, I don't really mean to rush, but I'ma really need your touch if I'ma make it through the night. I got the moonlight, tequila sunrise. Come and take a shot of me, I gotcha. I don't know how to say this. I hope this song's on your playlist. Nice. This feeling so hard to explain. So it's a little shot clocky, spicy, a little bit. Maybe a little bit of espresso in there too. Sorry, there's so much going on visually. It's when you have like 9 different people to like follow. Wow. All right, a lot happening. Everyone looks so good. Diane's voice. Oh my gosh, my in-ears are not sitting in my ears very well. Did you hear that? She like really like dove into her lower register there. That was really dreamy. See, that sounds like Jonghyun, but it's Chewy. Oh, okay. I'll say it in a minute. This is spicy. This is like a little paprika spicy. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, join our team. Manager graphic design. It's just like an ad in the background. I was like, what? Missing. Name is Candy and Jelly. Do you think those are... Do you think that's like a... Oh, there's a song Candy. Oh, they have a song Candy and they have... Do they have a song Jelly? I know Red Velvet does. The Seulgi and Irene on... I think the song Jelly on their Monster Come back. CD, whatever. All right. I think we're about to get. This is kind of like a fun angle. I do. All right. I'm just gonna. Wow. So spicy. Baby, you can heat them alive when you need it. Say that you try, baby, you succeeded. Got a craving, baby, can you feed it? Lower ends here. Follow me to the sunrise. Every day, every night. Hey, come with me, don't think twice. Oh yeah, baby, I don't really need to rush, but I don't really need your touch if I'ma make it through the night. This song is like really surprising me. Oh, she looks so good. She always wears her little cross necklace. It's cute. Ah, there it is. So, when they did their surprise performance at Psy's concert, Gio had mentioned about doing a little bit of spoiler, but no one really said anything. And then they did Heart Shaker. And there's a moment in the middle of Heart Shaker where Nayeon, Sana, and Chaeyoung did these new movements. Now, some very eagle-eyed ones is, I did not see this, some very eagle-eyed ones is like something went, that's not part of the song. And then when the teaser came out, they played it over the movements. I'm like, it fits. So that was just like, they just did the movement that they did during Heart Shaker. These lower voice this is spicy, man. This is like shot clock spicy. Oh, bollocks. Gio coming in with Gio coming in with the powerful bridge. This song, like, except for like Chaeyoung rapping, like this song, like, kind of flips like the typical Twice line distribution kind of thing on its head a little bit. I gotta re-listen to this and listen to this with closed caption because sometimes the pronunciations for some of the members is a little hard to hear. Gio coming in with a powerful, well, she had one on Breakthrough too. Powerful bridge. I need you, you need me, you're mine. I'm your moonlight, you're my sunrise. Oh, that's cute. I guarantee I gotcha. He's... Okay. That was something. That was spicy, guys. That was really spicy. That was like paprika spicy. Or, yeah. That was spicy. What are the comments? I gotta read the comments. Spanish, so much Spanish. And Russian. That's something that always, like, the Spanish is not surprising, but when it comes to Twice videos, the amount of comments, not in Spanish, that doesn't surprise me, but the amount of comments in Russian always throws me off, too. Not that Russians can't be fans of, like, K-pop. But there's so much Spanish. Someone doing the typical dance 100%, visual 100%, vocal queens. Okay, I'm gonna... that was a little spicy. That was like shot clock, first time spicy. That's definitely on the paprika end. Alright, so I'm gonna... okay. I'm gonna rewatch the music video, put my thoughts together, turn closed caption on so I actually can hear the lyrics, because I misheard some lyrics. That's what I was like, closed caption, because I misheard some stuff. And I'm washed out because of how I'm sitting. Alright, anyway, let's head to the review. Alright, I'm just letting the music video play in the background right now. Oh, that's too loud. I'm not gonna be able to sing. This is spicy a little bit. Actually, it's very shot clocky in terms of spice. So different from the feels. the feels being very, very cutesy. Very cutesy. But if I'm really... Chaeyoung had mentioned that this next album, which... Is it Ready or Not? That's what it is? Because Momo was like showing a picture of her signature and might have accidentally spoiled the name of the actual album. So what was it? The next... Or the... Not album, but the title track? Maybe? I'm not sure. Because the next album's called Our Youth, right? Yeah. So, definitely this kind of change. They're past their 7-year mark. The youngest members are 23. They're gonna move into a really new kind of, not wave, that's not what I'm looking for, kind of era for Twice. Yeah, I mean, the oldest member is almost a few years shy of 30, youngest member is 23. This is a little spicy. I was trying to like, go back. Sorry. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of, so obviously in the music video we see this big heart representing of their heart, of Twice's heart. I love how so there's a bunch of password questions on here, like my favorite color, what's my favorite snack, what's my cat's name, what's my #1 treasure, which is like, you know, typical like password questions you might get, though I've never gotten what's my #1 treasure before. And so, you know, these the door, the heart, is password protected. There's keys to it. So there's different, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? So it's not easy to get their heart. Difficult. It's difficult. There's little locks on the door. A lot of locks on the door. Password protected. Bunch of stuff. Diane's voice. Like, I know she has this really great range. She does this kind of breathy, like, also, Momo's like high notes for this are very lovely, like when she does her head voice. Sana's has the dreamy voice. I also love the fact that costume-wise, when they're in their darker costumes, the Peach Peach sisters are in like leathery brown, but everyone else is like the soft black material. Chaeyoung and Gia looks so lovely, kind of this very like girlfriend soft sound, but I have the Chanel on these. But this moment when, like, Diane, like, her voice, she just goes, it's not very often we get to enjoy, like, really low for Diane, lower register. Now, I know with Gone, she really played with the lows and the highs with that. Is it Gone? Yeah. For between 1 and 2, it's low for her. Everyone sounds really comfortable, actually. Kind of like with Scientist, everyone sounded like they were really comfortable in a comfortable range. This sounds the same. We have Sana's deep notes, Momo doing head voices. We get a lot of like free mix doing the, what's the word, pre-chorus? But with the chorus itself, we get kind of what some might call the weaker vocals. They're not weaker vocals. Let me see. So the first... I forget the word. Okay, the first one is Sana. So this was actually true of Scientist. Feel Special. For Feel Special, she did the first chorus. So Sana did the first chorus. They're gonna play us. And then Momo coming in here. Like, she didn't have too many lines in the feels, but I was curious if that was like a reflection of her confidence in English. She's credit. But also we're getting not only like a Chaeyoung, we're getting like lower voice, lower register Chaeyoung. Yeah. Also, look at that. Oh, I guess I should post pictures while I'm doing this. I'll do this in the editing process. Tattoos are out, man. Because they know the Western audiences don't care. Now, I noticed in Talk That Talk, her little, what are they, tomatoes? I don't know. They were out, and I was surprised because I was always under the assumption her tattoos were always covered. But her tattoos are out. Like, they're kind of covered, but they're not covered at all. Like, her gloves are see-through. Like, you can see them. And I think that's interesting. I wonder if that's going to continue, like, I'm curious when we see their comeback video, for their actual comeback, if it'll be completely out, and then their performance versus, you know, an English song geared towards, I mean, it's not just West, there are a lot of countries that speak English, not just Western ones, but what's also really cool about this is kind of rewatching it and re-listening to it is that everybody's swapping lines. So something I noticed more so with the more recent songs, maybe a bit, maybe starting from more and more, maybe not. No, I Can't Stop Me was like quintessential sort of Twice, three mix doing the chorus, intros, all of that. But I think maybe Scientist, but definitely with Talk That Talk, there were definitely, like, Chewie had so many lines, like I mentioned, so they were swapping back and forth. Like, Chewie was singing what Diane was singing, what, I'm using her a lot, what Sana was singing. So as our younger members have gotten, or our weaker vocalists have gotten stronger as they've just grown as people, because they've have another like 10, like Chewie did, definitely our babies have babies, they're the same age as my brother, have like a 10 years more growth that they can improve on, especially because they have lower voices too. I think it takes longer for lower voices to mature more to what they can really be. But they've reached this point where everybody can swap. Everybody can swap lines and it works. It just works. It works really well. This is a song where everybody can, yeah. She looks so cute in this video. That is a hard line. It's I need you o'clock right now. Even in for like it's I need you o'clock. That's a hard line to say, especially if you struggle with L's. Because I misheard something, Junghyun's line. But it's I need you o'clock right now. That is a difficult line in English. Sometimes there are lines that not just them, but like Red Velvet or other singers will do, and it's like that is a difficult line. Like, regardless, even for native English speakers singing that, it's I need you o'clock right now. That's fast too. That's hard to pronounce well. I'm struggling with it. It's addictive too. This is kind of like Strawberry or Brave. It's in the brain. This is a spicy song, man. We got a powerful bridge from Geo. Not like the soft, a little bit of China coming in. Nice little the lower voice from Momo. This is really cool. This is I mean, it's a not harsher song. That's not what I'm looking for. It's a more intense song. So, but it's interesting that we got like a powerful bridge from Geo. Breakthrough has a powerful bridge with Chewie and then followed by Geo. And then now it's Geo followed by Sana, in this more powerful bridge. And then we had this soft little moment with Nice doing the, you know, and then 3mix coming in like at the end there. Cool. We got little ad-libs from like Geo and 9 in the background. Ooh! Oh my gosh, that's high. That's typical. Those foot movements, that is not an easy... Door to the Heart's open. This set is so cute and so funny. Moonlight Sunrise. Oh, I just realized, well, it's shaped like a key, but also it looks like a bit like the candy bomb. Yeah, that's crazy. Oh my gosh. Alright. It's trying to recommend me Cheshire, which I've already watched, so I can't react to that. That is that's an addictive song. And it is spicy. That is a spicy song. So I'm sure I'll be made fun of for saying it's spicy since I'm almost 30. But I will stick by that statement. It's not a song that has like the typical quintessential like Twice lineup, or certain members get the pre-chorus, certain members get the chorus. Again, it's a song that I think if they want to swap parts, they could. Could you imagine like hearing Momo rap? Well, she's good rapping. But that rap is difficult. But I loved it. But I really really love Diane's, like, she really hit, I think she's like at the bottom of her typical range, it sounds like what I'm used to. um it was dreamy and a little creamy. um it was nice. You got Chang spitting out a lower rap, like again lower in her register, but then she has her beautiful head voice in here. We have some really kind of, oh my gosh, I'm always shedding. We had some really fun lines. Momo had a lot of lines versus like the Fields, which she didn't have too many except for boy I know. So this is interesting, and if you know, like I said, the Fields was very cute, very prom and very like, this is not cute. I mean, Chaeyoung was cute. Like the members were cute in this. But it's not a cutesy song like the Feels. And so I'm gonna be like, Chaeyoung had mentioned that this comeback is different. It's something they've never tried before in terms of the concept. So, and now it's really interesting. So Our Youth is the name of the, correct me if I'm wrong, Our Youth is the name of the album, but based upon the accidental spoiler from Momo, Ready or Not might be the comeback title. Oh, my elbow just cracked. I wonder how that sounded on the mic. Oh. Maybe I'll play around and play it again, make it enhance. I don't know, whatever. Title? Anyway, hope I was okay in terms of reacting. This was my second K-pop reaction, though funny enough, this is songs in English. So it'd be very different if it was in Korean. So the hope is to do more of these in the future. Oh my gosh, I've just remembered the Misamo OST. I always say OST also drops today, probably not at midnight though. Let me look. Well, okay, so I suppose the Misamo, I mean, it makes sense that they were dropping it at midnight, like Moonlight Sunrise, because it's geared toward the Western audience, so probably the OST will drop at a reasonable time. I do want to possibly react to that OST as well. The problem is Japanese copyright monsters are ferocious in terms of not striking, at least I haven't experienced that, but blocking. Jeez, they love the block. So we'll see if that'll be a Patreon-only content or if I'm just gonna wait on that to when everything dies down and it only, you know, keeps me from monetizing it, which I'm not gonna anyway. So we'll see. Thank you for coming along for this ride. I look forward to doing more reactions. I kind of watched every single music video of Twice, so I can't react to that, but some really talented editors and onces have put stage compilations, so I've not seen all their stages. So I wouldn't mind doing a stage reaction. That would probably be Patreon only. Trying to take some pages out of some other K-pop reactors and figure out what I want on YouTube, what I don't. Trying to just bring better content. Patreon still is a bit of a learning curve for the next couple months, but hopefully YouTube will, how it's supposed to run is gonna run. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, share with your enemies. If you're interested in anime, just finished TBK Euphonium, about to start K-On! So that's going to be a blast. It's going to be super fun. I'm excited for it. And the editing of this is going to be interesting because I'm going to try to make it more dynamic. We'll see. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. If you loved it, share with your friends. If you hated it, share with your enemies. Make them as miserable as you were watching this, and I'll see you next time.